everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bella Boutique. All right, so I'm gonna get to getting here now. Look what I done did. Silver platters. So anyway, last night I glued it on with E6000 so it's nice and sturdy, right? So what I want to do? What do you think this looks like? Does it resemble a pumpkin to you guys? Well, we're gonna make it one. I've got some colors here that I'm gonna keep it kind of on the neutral side, neutral-ish side. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it lightly. It does look like a pumpkin, cool. Because that's what we're gonna do with it. We're gonna make it a very shabby chic pumpkin. You know what I probably should do real quick? Because I probably should add a little bit of alcohol just to make sure that this adheres well. Get all the grease and dirt off of it. But after all, we don't know how many people touched it and what they had on their hands. It helps the Fusion Mineral Paint to adhere better. So that's all it takes. Just like that. Okay, and let's get this show on the road. Okay, so we're just going to speed this up a little bit. Bet you didn't think I could move so fast. Didn't think you needed to watch me paint this whole thing in real time. So let's just get it done. And here I am using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Raw Silk. I love Fusion Mineral Paint because it's my go-to. I'm just going to dry it up first coat, and I'm not going to even make you watch me do the second coat, but there was 2 coats. I'm using a green that's called Italian Sage, and I'm just literally dry brushing it on in strokes that go along the oval part of the pumpkin, right on the edge, and leaving the center kind of on the white light side. And like I said, just really dry brushing it on. The next color I'm going to add is the same technique, really dry brushing it with just little bits of a bright orange that I had on hand. I'm just giving it a very, very little bit of the orange showing. Don't want it to take over. Still want it to be kind of a neutral pumpkin. So once I get the dry brushing of the orange on, I'll slow this down so you can see it up close, and then I will move on to the stem. See, you can barely see any orange in there. What I did was I took just a little piece of this rope I got from the Dollar Tree. I folded it in half and I twisted it, just like this. Took a piece of twine and I tied it in a knot at the bottom so that it'll stay. This is going to go behind the pumpkin, so you're not going to see this part, okay? That's my plan. But what I want to do here is grab me up some of this moss, this messy moss, all the other stuff. So what I want to do with this is I want to add the moss with the hot glue. I'm going to twist it. I'm going to put some hot glue in the center of the braids, just so that when it's twisted, it'll stick, it'll stay. Like that. A little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue, and in spots, I'm going to cover it. Okay, I'm going to not cover it totally, but here and there, I'm going to add some of this moss so that it's sticking out. And I'm going to wrap the twine so that it's kind of in between. See, it looks like kind of crazy right now, right? Like me. Crazy. But you will see in the end. Keep pulling this stuff out going, ew, it's a mess. But it will be pretty when it's done. This is my stem for my shabby chic pumpkin. I'm going to lay it down and just kind of pat it on there with one of my little fingers. There we go. So get it on there, and then we're going to kind of contain it is just enough. And if it's not, when I get to that point, I'll add more, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping with the twine, okay? Wrap, wrap, wrap. I want it to look very natural looking. I don't want I don't want everything covered up. Like I don't want the rope all covered. I don't want the moss all covered. Yeah, I'm probably going to add more. Just like that. I need to clean up an aisle 4. Susie's made a mess. That's okay. Crafting is messy. It's all good. Keep it all in one pile over here. All right. So I'm going to just keep wrapping. Keep wrapping. In my head, this looked really cute. Got it wrapped pretty good. It's looking stemmish, right? Look at there. And I'm going to go back down the other side. Okay, just like that. And when I get to the bottom, I'm going to hot glue it on. Simple. Hot glue it, and then I'm going to snip it. And I want a little bit of that roping hidden by the moss. I can pat it down a little. Don't want all that white showing. I got more moss. Okay, kind of like that. Looks very natural looking. Big pumpkin. So I've got to figure out how to get this to stick. And as you know, hot glue and metal don't work. So what I think I might do, I might just go ahead, just for a little bit in the back, add a little bit, just a little bit of paint to give it some adhesion. Hot glue and metal, they don't mix, I found out. Okay, we're going to need a lot of hot glue for this. I'm not going to spare the hot glue. I'm going to really give it what for and let it sit until it's ready. Push it right on in there. Sorry, there's debris everywhere. Okay. Ooh, hot. That's hot, but man, does it look cute. It worked, you guys, it worked. Ta-da! Look at that. That's great. That's a good stem. All right. I love this already. This is like pretty, really pretty. All right, okay, so what I want to do here, I don't want to make this real big and like overpowering, but it's going to be pretty. I'm going to make 4 loops. So I'm going to fold it over. I folded it over once, folded it over twice here, and I'm going to cut a little extra for the tails. I'm going to have just a little extra for the tails. Okay. Just a twist. So it'll lay right. Like that. Yeah, I don't want real long tails, just little ones. Just like this, just gathering it all inside the center of the bow. Like that. And I need a little bit of twine to hold it all together. Move my pumpkin up a little bit. And this is wired ribbon, nice wired ribbon. Hobby Lobby. Boy, did I have fun there yesterday. I mean, I tell you, I wish we all lived close together. We would have so much fun and we'd be in so much trouble with our husbands. Well, maybe you would, I wouldn't. And she gets excited when I show him my stash. Look at that! Wow! He's so sweet. He's not like your average guy. It's like, wow, look at that! Oh my goodness. All right. What I'm going to do, before I even cut it in half, go ahead and give it a little dovetail. I'm going to fold it in half, cut upward. Not only does it separate it, but it dovetailed it all in one fell swoop. Just like that. Look at that. Okay. The fun part. Nothing. What are you looking at? Pull them apart. That. Turn your tails the way you want them. Yeah. And this bit here. And I want to connect this cute little bow. I don't want it to cover up my pretty little stem. That stem is like my bottom, right? So I don't want to cover that up too much. But I'm going to hot glue it on to the edge of the stem and the edge of the platter. Okay, here I go. While it's adhering, ouch, I stuck my hand in the knuckle. I'm just kind of fluffing as I go here. Fluffing, moving the tails where I want them. All right, so here's the deal. So I'm going to bundle it together with some twine, and then I'm going to cut the stems and then add the twine. Maybe a couple berries to it too. I kind of like that because it looks festive, like for Thanksgiving and for the harvest season. I like that. So I'm going to keep that together. I'll show you that. It looks pretty. I'll show you when I get it done. It's going to work. I need a spot to tie my string. Tie it on. Good. And generous amount of hot glue. And that's all the hot glue I got on that. For that one. My finger. Before we work. All right, I'm liking it, guys. What do you think? How's about that? All right, now the brooch. I was gonna go ahead and lighten those berries, but I think it's just exactly the little pop of color that we needed for this. I don't think it needs to be lightened up at all. I like the black and white. I think it stands out. It looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead because it's a button. I'm gonna just try to snip off the little doodad, you know. I think I'm gonna put a little E6000 on it as well. I don't want it falling off. Okay. And some hot glue. I'll hold it down. Okay, I think it's secured on here pretty well. And I've got a from the Dollar Tree, I've got one of those wraps that you can hold it up with. But I think that this turned out really pretty, and I'm very, very happy with the color. All of the green and just the touch of orange, just a touch, just a hint. You can hardly even see it. Um, so, okay, you guys have a great night. I'm going to eat zucchini. Have a great night. Love you all. Bye bye.